We want a partner and an ally. So I'm going to tell you a little analogy that I think will help drive this point home so that it actually catalyzes a change for you. Imagine that you are pregnant, and even if all your kids are adopted, you know enough moms who are pregnant to relate to this story, I think. And so here you are, you're at the end of your 9 months of pregnancy, and labor kicks in, and it's a good, strong labor. And you know the baby's coming. And so you go and you tell your husband, hey, I'm in labor, and I think it's getting close. And he's like, all right. And then you're like, whoa, oh my gosh, that was a big one. He's like, all right, well, you know, there are going to be more contractions coming, so. And then you're like, oh, okay. So then the next one comes, and it's worse. You're like, oh my gosh, we better get to the hospital, or we better get to the bed in the bedroom, you know, wherever you have your babies, in the bathtub, wherever you do it. And you start really feeling the experience of labor, and it's powerful and painful and all those emotions mixed together. And your husband says to you, listen, women have been having babies for millennia. You are not the first one to go through this experience. Now, I don't want to hear another word out of you about how hard it is. There have been babies born for centuries, and I don't need your whining. So you get in there, you get that baby born, and I will come back when you are finished. Okay. How would you feel about that, husband? Like calling the lawyer, right? You'd be done. Okay. So now let's talk about husband B. You're in labor. You feel this surge come on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And he says, oh, wow. You know what? That's really normal. Let me just hold your hand for a minute. You'll get through it. And then the next one comes, you're like, oh my gosh, oh wow. And he's like, oh, we must be getting close because it's getting harder. That's really normal. That's what happens when you're close. And then you're like, maybe I need to have this baby. And then you freak out, right? Because transition is so hard. You think, I am going to die. And so you start saying those kinds of words. And this husband says, as he grabs your hand, oh, sweetheart, women have been having babies for millennia, and these babies have been born, and you're going to make it to the other side, and I'm going to hold your hand the whole way, and it's going to be so worth it. And when that baby's here, we will be so glad that we did this together. Hang on. Okay, who do you want to be married to? Okay, so I want you to think about writing. How many of us have done husband A to our child? Everybody writes. We all know it's hard. Get in there and get it done. I will be back after I do another load of laundry, and if I don't see 3 sentences on that page, what? You're going to kick them out? I mean, right? But you could say this. Oh, sweetie, I know how hard writing is. I don't even want to write. And so many people have felt exactly like you when they're writing, and it is hard. And don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sit next to you. We're going to work on this together. We're going to figure it out together. And then, when you're finished, and we read that project to your dad or grandma, you are going to be so proud, and all that work is going to seem like it wasn't that bad. How about that? That's what you can do for your kids.